Before the story begins, I'd like to ask you to subscribe and like. This will help the channel grow. The Silent House on Frostwood Lane, Winter Detective Story. The call came just before dawn, when the city was still wrapped in blue winter silence. Detective Aaron Cole stood outside a three-story house on Frostwood Lane, watching snow fall gently onto a crime scene that made no sense. The owners were away on a holiday retreat. No alarm had been triggered. No windows were broken. Yet the house had been robbed clean. What disturbed Aaron most was the snow. The driveway, the garden, the roof, perfectly white. No footprints. No tire tracks. Whoever entered the house had done so without leaving a trace, as if they had melted into the storm itself. Inside, the warmth hit him first. The heating was still on. Christmas lights blinked softly along the staircase, reflecting off ornaments that hadn't been stolen. Only specific items were missing: antique silverware, old documents, a locked wooden box from the attic. Nothing modern. Nothing easy to resell. Aaron moved slowly through the living room, listening to the subtle creaks of the house settling in the cold. On the coffee table, a mug still smelled faintly of cinnamon tea. Someone had stood here, waited, watched the snow fall. On the back wall, above the fireplace, a large winter painting hung crooked. Aaron straightened it and froze. Behind it, scratched lightly into the plaster, was a symbol, a simple triangle intersected by a line. It wasn't random. It was a mark. Outside, the snow kept falling, patiently erasing time. The forensic team confirmed what Aaron already suspected. The robbery had happened while the heating system was temporarily shut down for maintenance. For exactly 43 minutes, the house had cooled just enough to prevent condensation. No fog on windows, no visible breath inside. Whoever planned this knew the house better than the owners. Aaron traced the stolen items back through insurance records. Every object shared a common trait: history. Each had been acquired decades ago, quietly, legally, and never displayed publicly. This wasn't a smash and grab. It was a curated theft. In the attic, he found disturbed insulation near a narrow service hatch leading to the roof. No footprints outside, but inside the hatch, fibers from a thick winter coat, dark blue, expensive wool. Not a worker. Not a drifter. Downstairs, the wooden box from the attic was gone, but its outline remained in dust. Aaron imagined gloved hands lifting it slowly, carefully. No rush. No fear. A neighbor mentioned seeing lights inside the house late at night. "Like someone was home," she said. Felt comforting. That bothered Aaron. The idea that the thief wanted the house to look lived in. Normal. Before leaving, Aaron returned to the symbol behind the painting and photographed it. He had seen it before, but where, he couldn't yet remember. Winter had a way of hiding things in plain sight. Back at the precinct, Aaron pinned the photo to his board. The symbol triggered something buried in memory. Old cases. Unsolved ones. House robberies during winter months, always clean, always selective. Then it clicked. The hearth thief. A name whispered among detectives years ago. A criminal who only robbed occupied-looking homes during winter holidays, never disturbing decorations, never breaking locks. He left warmth behind, and took only the past. Aaron pulled archive files. Same symbol. Same silence. Same absence of footprints. One case stood out. A house just like this one. Same street width. Same attic hatch. Same wooden box stolen. Inside the box, according to records, had been handwritten letters detailing illegal land purchases made after the war. Leverage. Secrets. Aaron realized the pattern wasn't about objects. It was about stories people thought were buried. That night, snow fell heavier. Somewhere out there, another house would be warm. Another family away. Another secret waiting. Aaron didn't wait for another call. He scanned holiday travel records and found the next likely target, a corner house 2 streets over. Owners abroad. Heating scheduled for maintenance. Predictable. He arrived before midnight. Snow drifted quietly as Aaron watched from his car. The house glowed softly. Then, suddenly, the porch light flickered, once. A signal. A shadow moved behind the curtains. Aaron approached silently, gun ready, heart steady. Inside, he heard footsteps on carpet. Calm. Unhurried. In the living room, the thief stood near the fireplace, holding an old ledger. He wore a dark blue coat. Wool? Familiar. "You like warm houses?" Aaron said. The man didn't turn. "Cold makes people careless," he replied calmly. They faced each other in silence as snow tapped against the windows. The man's name was Elias Moreau, former archivist. Fired years ago for stealing documents that never resurfaced. He explained everything without resistance. He didn't sell what he stole. He returned it anonymously to those hurt by the secrets inside. Blackmail records. Stolen properties. Buried crimes. "I take what shouldn't have been hidden," Elias said. "Winter keeps things quiet." Aaron listened, conflicted. The law was clear. But justice wasn't always warm. As officers arrived, Elias placed the ledger on the table gently, as if tucking in a child. Outside, snow covered their footprints almost instantly. By morning, Frostwood Lane looked untouched. Another snowfall. Another erased night. The stolen items were returned. Quietly. No headlines. Elias confessed fully. The case was closed, officially. Aaron walked past the house one last time. The painting hung straight. The symbol behind it painted over. Winter moved on. But sometimes, when Aaron passed warm houses glowing against the cold, he wondered how many secrets still slept safely, waiting for someone who knew how to enter without leaving a trace.